Hi guys, this video is brought to you by outtalk.co.uk for your post, pre-match and Sheffield Wednesday discussions with fellow Wednesdayites.
Hi everyone, and before you watch this video and you get into it, I'm just putting a clip before it. I apologise for the noise of the fan. I forgot to turn it off. It goes off about 1 minute 14, 1 minute 15. I apologise for that, completely my bad. I completely forgot to turn the fan off, but enjoy the rest of the video. Welcome to this video, and it's an interesting one. We had the fans forum last night at Hillsborough, and the first 45 minutes was the chairman basically turning around saying his family was getting to turn up for this tonight. His son didn't want to come. They were very fearful for him. Mainly because they'd had a bit of abuse on social media from a section of our fans, and if you're going to do that, leave. We don't want fans like that at the club that's going to have that kind of intimidation factor. At the end of the day, those tactics were used when Alan were here, and now people decided to use them again. Alan, it was used for different reasons. I still condoned it then, and now they're doing it again, some of them. Now, my thing is, last night he had the right to defend himself. People have said 45 minutes was way too long for him to talk about before he got 20 serious questions. And I'm going to pick up some of the main points, not all the points that got made. Mainly because if I did all the points that they actually talked about, I'd be here at the same amount of time they were last night, and I haven't got a memory card that's long enough to record that, and editing that would just be a pain in the backside. So, point number one. We are in an embargo. We are in a transfer embargo. We've been in it since April. We need to sort out the finances. We are in talks with the EFL about trying to sort this. He said there might be some positive news hopefully in the next couple of days. He doesn't want to say anything yet until it's 100% sure. Number two, we need to get promoted this season. He said that, or next season we are going to be in trouble. Financially, we will be in trouble in terms of having to let key players go, having to sell some of our main assets, i.e. players. We will be in trouble with having to put a squad together in a sense, because we will only be able to get people on a free transfer and register them if they if our players are on free agent, we will have 12 of them in the end. We can only give them new deals when the players deal runs out. We can't go give them a new deal now because they won't be able to sign it. I think we'll have a couple of players that will actually sign new deals if we put it in front of them. And the thing is, it will be a complete rebuild with something that we won't be able to do if spend money to do the rebuild. If we're in an embargo, we're going to have to figure this out. He said he's not worried about the fine, he's more worried about the points deduction. It's the point deduction that scares him more than the fine. He says he can pay the fine, the point deduction is the big one. So say we get into a playoff spot and then it gets taken away from us because we've buggered up the finances. That means the following season you're going to have to push for going for second and third, and trying to do it at Canton, trying to get as many points as possible. You're already going to be starting with a loss in a sense. He mentioned about membership prices, and he said he made a decision there and then to reduce it to 50 quid. Go out and get that now if that's something you complained about. If you're then not going to now do it, then what's the point? He has put his hand up, said yeah, that's too much. He spoke about the BBC deal. So the BBC deal is about 5k, I believe, or 6k in cash. We went in asking for 10%. They said no to that. So we said, all right, we'll have the same deal that we had last year. They said no to that and then offers us 10%. And we then said no to that and walked away. So that's what's happened there. That's a mixture of the BBC not wanting to negotiate on the deal we wanted, and then turning around and saying you're going to take less money. That's the deal they put in place. That's what's happened, and that's all you need to know on that one. He did turn around in the 45-minute speech, if people want me to leave, leave. Nobody wants you to do that. There's a small minority that do, and that small minority are the ones that seem to get a lot of the attention because they are constant on Twitter or social media. He said, can we stop hounding our players on social media because it's not fair on them. They are human beings after all, and I agree with that one. We all make mistakes, they are human beings, so let's try and be a bit more respectful to players, chairman, the chairman family, and be respectful to each other. Let's be nicer. So, to summarise, we are going to have to go up. We are going to have to... If we don't go up, we're going to have to dig deep and be together as a fan base and realise that certain things are going to happen, certain things will happen, and we'll have to look at it. It's not a case of that we don't have money. We have the money, but the Football League will not let us spend it. And teams who go for broke, like Wolves did, Fulham kind of did a little bit. You got QPR, who are now seeing that it's bad for them now. They've got transfer embargo coming up, and they've got to find that they've managed to stretch out over 10 years, which is a bit pointless. But you look at the money that's involved in TV deals alone, and it is built so a championship club, these deals are built to A, let clubs not go over the limit and be sensible kind of thing. But then it's also built for teams in championship not to go up. If you're a club that comes down, you get so much money in parachute money. That should be scrapped. That should be scrapped, and we should have what they've got in a lot of American sports, which is a wage cap. You have a wage cap, and this is how much you're allowed, and that's it. And then if you get close to that, you have to shop and change and stuff. And a lot of people have said that's an idea we should look at going down, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Right now, the situation is we've got to go up. A lot of people are saying we're not going to go up with the team we've got now. Bear in mind that I think it's Wallace, Luvens, Sasso. I think that's about it. And Hunt, who have left the squad, kind of thing, from the team that went up, that got to the final against Hull. The core members who got to that final are still here. Granted, the big thing is defence still hasn't been fixed. We still look like we've got problems. Hopefully got ideas with that. It might be we bring the young lad Nielsen into the fray, because he's a good player and a lot of people rated him last season. Ashley Barker come in as well. Van Aken looked a bit nervous in Saturday game, but that'll come with confidence. You got to remember, you've not played many games for us yet, then he got injured. So let's see what happens, and let's just get behind the club and the team and support them, and let's see what we can do. I give 100% credit and respect to our chairman last night for coming out and doing this. He didn't have to do this meeting, he could have blown it off, but he still did it. I think he knew he was going to get some questions, but I think a lot of people came out of this meeting respecting him a hell of a lot more, and a lot of fans did on Twitter, I feel, and on social medias. So let's get behind him, let's get behind the club, and let's all be a bit more respectful to each other.
Don't forget to have your say at alto.co.uk after the match.